Thanks, Bill. And we're on the road again, this time in Dublin, Georgia. And next to me is Tyson Dean. And Tyson, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in your wrestling career.
So I had played football and baseball with a buddy of mine in high school, and I ran into him taking a team that we were coaching for at the time, but myself I was coaching for. And the guy I played ball with was the promoter of an independent show here in Georgia. And so through that, I had done amateur wrestling and jiu-jitsu and boxing, and they wanted me to come do a match as one of the coaches and everything. And so I did what I thought was just going to be a one-off, and I was always a huge fan of pro wrestling. But
you had not had any training at that point, right?
No.
So this was all new to you?
Yeah, it was very new. And so I enjoyed myself and everything, and then sought out a trainer and trained and kept going from there.
People would be surprised everything that you've done. You know, it's one of the things that Bill and I speak about quite often is there are a lot of independent wrestlers that people don't get to see that should be seen. You're one of those. In fact, just recently, I believe you had a tryout with WWE, or you went down to a camp or something not too terribly long ago, right?
I did a match on 205 Live in Atlanta, went up to Charlotte for Raw, and then did a 205 match in Atlanta on SmackDown.
Was it one of the first times that you'd been on there, or have you done other?
I've done just extra stuff on NXT in the past.
Well, is your goal to get to WWE? Is that where you want to be?
You know, like anything else, it'd be awesome just for the money and everything. But I've always really kind of been drawn more towards the Japanese style with New Japan. I think that's where Japan and the UK, where my style of wrestling, I think I would flourish the most.
Yeah, I could see you easily in Japan. I thought that the first time I saw you, as a matter of fact. You kind of remind me a little bit of the old Bullet Club up in up in Japan at that point, and remind me of somebody in that group. And I could easily see you slide into something like that because you got that look. Tell me a little bit about who you're working for now and all the things that you're doing in wrestling right now.
I've been getting out a lot more, working in around Texas, obviously Georgia, Florida, going into North Carolina here in the near future. A lot of the work that I've done over my years has been with the NWA. Hadn't been doing anything really with the new regime. But aside from that, a lot of the Southeast, I haven't really gotten up north some. I think that's probably something I should do that would benefit my exposure.
Is that what you think you're lacking right now, is just the exposure?
Yeah.
Because actually, you're one of the guys, and when, like I said, when Bill and I talk about guys that we see and that we think should be noticed more, there's certain guys, it seems like, in every group that stand out, that have that look, and you can look at them across the locker room going, oh yeah, he's got something. You know he's got something. You're one of those guys.
Thank you.
And so the best of luck to you. Keep up with us because we'd like to know how you're doing and where you're going. And if you're doing something else, let us know by all means so we can keep everybody else up to date as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Get ready for everything you ever wanted to hear, know, and find out about Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time.
You grew up idolizing and watching the way to play.